Hey everybody, the video that this is about assault Terminators. Hence why I'm showing you Deathwing, because they're the only Terminators I really own for eye candy. Well, I don't own them for eye candy, they're here for eye candy now. I'm not going to talk about Deathwing because of their unique ability to mix and match range Terminators with assault Terminators, which increases their flexibility and tactics immensely, so they can get their own series of videos, or at least own video. So we're just talking about like Blood Angels, Black Templars, and Space Marine Codex Terminators of assaulting. Pretty much what you get is minimum 5-man squad. Black Templars and Space Marines can increase it to 10. Pay for one, so you can go for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they get 2 weapon options: Lightning Claws of Twin Lightning Claws, Thunderhammer Storm Shield. So the thing is, you want to bring the lightning or you want to bring the thunder. And that depends. Lightning Claw Terminators give you +1 attack, so they have 2 base, +1 for 2 Lightning Claws, so that's 3. On the charge, they get 4. 5-man squad, that's 20 attacks. They also get the reroll to wound, which is nice because you're only strength 4, base strength, and for Space Marines, it's strength 4, which is good, but it's still only strength 4 for wounding, which means you're gonna have a higher chance of failing to wound because you gotta roll 4s or 3s, for the most part. The Thunderhammer Storm Shield guys don't get bonuses to attacks, so they get 2 attacks based as being Terminators, and that's it, +1 on the charge, so they get 15 attacks for a 5-man squad, 5 less, which is a lot less, considering you're not going to hit all the time. Anyway, at least if you're me. But they strike at strength 8 at initiative 1 though, so they strike like Power Fists. But the Thunderhammer, what that lets you do is against vehicles, if you damage it on the vehicle damage chart anyway, in addition to whatever you do, it also counts as shaken. So if you only stun it, whatever. If you only stun or shake it, then it doesn't matter. But if you destroy a weapon or immobilize it, it counts as shaken, which is nice. Against things that aren't vehicles that don't die at the end of assaulting, that have been wounded by this, and don't die from instant death, or don't die, are still there at the end of the assault phase and still locked in close combat, don't go at their normal initiative. They go at initiative 1 or after initiative 1. I forget exactly, but that's nice. It helps level the playing field against things like, Hive Tyrants. Whatever. I can't really think of much, but you get my point. They offset their attacking initiative 1 with a Storm Shield, which for Blood Angels and Black Templars and Deathwing gives you a 4+ invuln save in close combat only, which is good. It's an improvement on the 5+ invuln the Terminators get standard. So, and 4+ is 50/50 chance, so you got a pretty good chance of saving. But in the new Space Marine Codex, Storm Shield gives them a 3+ invulnerable save all the time, shooting and assaulting, which is why a lot more people are fielding these guys. Excuse me. Because they're now higher survivability all the time. So if they get stranded because the laner gets wrecked, or if for some reason you're walking them across the battlefield, they got a better chance of surviving against last cannon hits and stuff like that. Excuse me. So that's the trade-off: survivability and hitting power versus hitting fast and hitting a lot, hopefully, and the ability to reroll to wound. So the ability to wound better than regular power weapons. One thing to remember, like regular Terminators with Power Fists and Storm Bolters, everything's a power weapon, so that's the big benefit to assaulting with Terminators as opposed to assaulting with an Assault Marine squad, is that they're all power weapons. And I know Vanguard squads can take all power weapons, but Vanguard squads get real expensive real quick. These guys are like 205, 215, whatever. I don't know the exact point cost, but for power weapons. And 2+, 5+, or 2+, 4+, or 2+, 3+, if you're Space Marine Codex, which is not bad. So what do? Well, one thing to keep in mind is, even the basic Terminator with Stormbolt or Power Fist is effective virtually against everything. Yes, he goes initiative 1. Yes, he's not the best in the assault, but he can shoot in range and shoot and whittle down regular infantry with his Stormbolt or the Assault Cannon or the Cyclone Missile Launcher or even a Heavy Flamer. So he's effective in the shooting. And in assault, he's effective against pretty much everything. Yeah, he's goes initiative 1, but he pretty much is going to wound everything from toughness 1 to 10. He's going to take a 6 for toughness 10, same thing for the Thunderhammer, but he can wound everything. He can destroy vehicles in close combat, he can destroy them shooting. You get my point. In the Assault Terminators, you trade off shooting, but you got Thunderhammer Storm Shield Assault Terminator. You get Initiative 1, but they can wound anything from Toughness 1 to Toughness 10. They can take out vehicles in the assault phase. They can, have higher survivability. Now, the real trade-off is if you go Lightning Claw, you lose that ability. You only Strength 4, so you can glance strength armor 10 vehicles. That is handy. You can't wound everything. You can wound up to, I think, toughness 8? I forget exactly. But, I think after toughness 7 you can't wound anymore. Or, something like that. But you get more attacks, your strike at initiative, and yeah, you get more attacks, strike at initiative, and you get the reroll to wound. So, you have to think of the trade-off. You lose the ability to essentially hurt anything when you take Lightning Claws, but you gain the ability to strike at initiative, strike a lot, reroll your wounding, and essentially rip through infantry. So, not saying that Thunderhammer Storm Shields won't dominate infantry, they will, but these guys are more oriented to dealing with infantry, dealing with hordes, because of their initiative attacking with a higher amount of attacks. That doesn't make them any less effective, but if you're fielding these guys, you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta look for what you got to assault, because if you're fielding even Thunderhammer Storm Shields or even regular Terminators, you can assault them with anything you want. Is it the best option to assault willy-nilly and whatever you want? No, but you can do it and be able to actually hurt it. Yeah, these guys, you gotta be more careful. So I would suggest slamming these guys into troop choices. Elites like Stormtroopers, Celestians, even if you wanted to. I'm trying to think of other elite choices. Knobs, although that's a little bit shaky. But throw them in the Plague Marines. Oops, there he goes. Throw them in the Plague Marines. Throw them against Eldar, like striking Scorpions. Throw these guys against Harlequins. They survive better. And against Howling Banshees. But like Dire Avengers, you get my point. Basic troop choices or the elites of other armies that really aren't geared for assaulting that well. Not saying Celestians aren't, that's just an idea to think about harder things you can assault while still being effective against it. Necrons assault Immortals, assault Warriors with these guys. I mean, even these guys too, but these guys will go before them, hurt them a lot. Nice. One thing I will suggest, as far as independent characters go, HQs, yeah, a captain will always help their assaulting power by being a good assaulter himself. A librarian has different abilities depending on which codex you're playing. Black Templars don't get them, obviously, but like Dark Angels or Blood Angels or Space Marine, they have abilities that can help, or do whatever before going off, doing a shooting attack maybe, or before you assault or whatever, and then you assault into it. Oop, there we go. But one character I always suggest are chaplains. They let you roll to hit in close combat, which helps both immensely. Thunderhammers because you don't attack a lot, Lightning Claws because you attack a lot and want more to hit. The Thunderhammer, since you don't attack a lot, you want the attacks you make to hit, because you're gonna probably wound it. With Lightning Claws, you want all the attacks to hit because you're gonna have a hard time wounding things in general, comparatively to the Thunderhammer. So you want, even though you roll to wound, you want more attacks, because more attacks means more rerolling to wound if necessary. And always throw them in a Land Raider. I suggest a Crusader or Redeemer for these guys, because they can strike at initiative. These guys, just put them in a Land Raider. You want to get them there as fast as you can to assault, because they're slow. They're going to get shot up if you put them on by themselves. The only other special character I suggest attaching to them is either Lysander, because he's good, and he has a strength 10 Thunderhammer, or Vulcan Heston if you're playing Salamanders, and attaching to these guys, because they'll have the same 2+3+ save profile. And then these are mastercrafted. He strikes at initiative strength 6, they strike at initiative 1 strength 8, and you hurt things a lot. So that's pretty much it as a generic overview. Excuse me. Again, both Terminator variants have their strengths and weaknesses, and depending how you field them to maximize their effect will depend on how well you do. That's pretty much it. So until next one, take it easy.